Hey guys, I'm Grant, this is another random review. Well, another TV series has bit the dust. Yes, I'm talking about True Blood. The series finale aired recently, and I wanted to give my thoughts on both it and the series as a whole. Now, I can't really talk about it without spoiling a bunch of stuff, so if you haven't seen the finale or all of the other seasons, then don't watch this. Click on one of my other videos, like these ones here. Now, I will admit, I came to True Blood pretty late in the game. I started watching it early last year, cannonballing through 5 seasons in a few weeks until I caught up with season 6 and finally season 7 this year. Right from the get-go, True Blood established itself as a whole new take on vampires, not having them, hiding in the shadows behind the cape, but as an actual part of society. It was also refreshing to see vampires once again appear threatening, powerful, sometimes scary, and not, this shit. They also dispensed with the metaphor of vampirism being all about the dark side of sexual nature and just skip straight to the sex. And there is a lot of sex in this show. Like, a lot. If you like nudity, guys and girls, it is everywhere. And that's, it's just awesome. If there's a character on screen, you're like, man, I wish I could see her boobs. Like 5 minutes later, it's like, bam, boobies. Now, I won't bore you with a play-by-play of every season, but I will say this. The first 3 seasons of True Blood are by far the best. A bit like another show. F***ing lumberjack getting off topic. The 4th and 5th seasons aren't as good, but they're still worth a watch. It's worth noting that series creator and showrunner Alan Ball left the show at the end of the 5th. And this is where things start to go a little bit pear-shaped. The 6th season is terrible. Up until season 6, the seasons had been loosely adapted from the Sookie Stackhouse series of books, but this is the first one that tries to make it on its own, and man does it show. The entire season is a waste of time from start to finish, with only a few moments of any consequence actually occurring. It also ends with a time jump. Something of a gimmick in TV shows that's either intentional to keep the story moving forward, or in the case of shows like Desperate Housewives, TMNT Fast Forward, and True Blood, it's a cheap way for the writers to dig themselves out of a hole and start fresh when they don't know where the show's going. So now we get to season 7, which aside from a few high points, is a giant snooze. And when we're talking about a show that has vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, and plenty of boobs, I should not be saying the word boring. The entire reason for season 7's existence is to tie everything up in a neat little bow and try not to do anything too creative. I knew it was going to be a stinker from the first episode when they killed Tara, a main character, one that's been there since day one off screen. But no, it's a bad show. You don't do that. It's lame. We also get another main character death in Alcide, purely to get the 2 stars of the show to get back together again before the finale. It's handled remarkably poor, and even the actor hated it. And I don't blame him because he deserved better. So we finally limp forward to the season finale. Now I want to preface this by saying I didn't hate the season finale. On one of those surveys when they have the middle ground selection that says neither satisfied or dissatisfied? That's how I feel about it. It all felt like they didn't take any chances with it. Everything just kind of works out for every character and they all end up happy. Except the one. But that was a given. I guess I really wanted it to go out with a bang instead of and they lived happily ever after. Honestly, I think the show could have ended differently if Alan Ball had have stayed on. Look at the 6 Feet Under finale. Arguably, it's one of the best finales of all time. But he didn't, and this is what we got. But it could have been worse. In fact, I think in the years to come, it won't be as nearly as hated as some finales. Not mentioning any names. You know who you are. But that's my thoughts on True Blood. So what did you think of the finale? Hell, what did you think of the show? Sound off in the comments or on my Twitter and make yourself known. If you're new here, do the clicky thing on that subscribe button. I make new videos every week. Oh, and my turtle rap video is coming soon, guys. Unlike the dudes behind Shell Shock, I'm actually putting in effort. Anyway, I'll see you next time for another random review.